Hello guys, it's Ethan here from Team GHQ. No, I'm not dead, and then to prove it, I'm going to fill my deck profile of, can you guess it, by the card sleeves? Yes, it's Victor.deck. So obviously we run Extreme Battle Rumble. GB1, when another unit in the same column stands, stand this unit. So it can be an attacker that keeps standing and attacking, or it can be a booster that keeps standing and boosting. So it's a good sub card that you want to run. Obviously that's what I want to. Then we run 2 crit. Yes, I'm still running crits because I still like crits, and gaining 5k in a draw is good. You could run Red Lightning, but I'm going to run this card. You could run more, you could get rid of the crits in total, but I like running 2 just so if my opponent might be on 4, and then they might think, oh, I can take this one because he doesn't run crits because he's Victor, and then a surprise crit comes out and then I've got to guard it. So a surprise crit's always good. Then we run 5 draw, because if we're not running 6-6, we're going to do a 5-5-2. So 5 draw, because we need to draw into the cards that we need. Just generic draw triggers, no special things there. Then we run 2 Energy Girl and 3 Perfect Referee 2.99. Energy Girl, at the end of the battle that this unit boosted, you choose one of your rear guards and stand it, and then this card goes back to the deck. So a stand trigger that goes back to the deck is good. Unfortunately the unit doesn't gain any power, but it's still very good because boost Zander with this, that's 30, and then stand Zander, that's 14 again. Then you can use Zander to attack Vanguard, then you can use Victor's skill to stand Zander, gain it another 10, so then that's 24 on its second attack. Then you can use Aberrail to attack for 11 and then stand Zander again for 34. So Zander's good, that's why we run Energy Girl. And Perfect Referee. This card is amazing because it gives a unit the rush ability. That counts for Zander. That counts for anything that doesn't have rush, pretty much, or this deck. It gives it all rush. Because act once per turn, rearguard, GB1, choose up to one of your other units, choose one of my other units. Until end of turn, it gains the effect of rush. When it stands due to an effect of one of my cards, it gains the effect of when it attacks a Vanguard, it gains 5k, and then this card goes back to the deck. So basically, I pull it to rearguard, put it back to the deck. Zander or any card that I want gains the effect of when it attacks Vanguard, gains 5k. So Aberrail can be swinging for 16, and then standing Zander, which is then 19 on its own. So it's really good, and also just get until end of battle, but the effects last for the rest of the turn, but they only 5k on end of battle. So you stand Zander, for example, and if you give the effect of Zander, you stand Zander. Zander's swinging for 19 because it stood for like Victor's skill, for example, and then it'd be 24 because of this card's skill, and then when it stands again, it'd be 29, 34 because of this card's skill. So gaining rush ability is always good because of our backup grade 3, which I'll show in a moment. Then I just need one more different art heal trigger because I want to have one of each different heal trigger, but I'm running 4 heal triggers because obviously we need heals in every deck. The decks that don't are very crazy. Then we run 2 Final Wrench. Basically this is just a tech spot, 2 of anything, you can run anything else that you want. 2 of the Rush Stander, 2 of the Energy Charger, 2 whatever you want. I'd like Final Wrench as a backup in case I don't get Maliaki. Then we run 4 Perfect Guards, run the Unflipper because the G1 is bad in Victor.deck because of the extra Counterblast, even though this deck's very Counterblast heavy, so that's why you run the Unflipper. Next, 4 Signed Arashid. Now Arashid obviously we need signed because shiny, and then we have 4 because we need to stride because it's a stride deck, and also could search up for Victor. Next we run 4 Maliaki. This card is very silly in Victor.deck and makes a lot of combos very silly, and even makes your starter very scary. Basically the column in the same unit with this card, if you're running over Victor, the column in the same unit as this card gains the effect of Rush. When this unit stands due to an effect, it gains the effect of when it attacks Vanguard, choose 2 of a unit, choose 2 up to 2 units, and they get 4k each. So this can affect his column. If you have, for example, your starter and Rumble in the same column, Maliaki and Rumble in the same column, Rumble can swing for 12, then you can use Victor's skill to stand Maliaki and stand Rumble for his own skill, then swing, give the effect to his Vang to this column, so this column gains 8, then you can use it again to restand him through the effect of like Victor again, then swing again, and this unit will gain another 8k, so this column's gained 16 on its own, plus the 10 it's gained from boosters, plus the effect of stand trigger, it's gained another 5, so that makes even the starter 5k very, very strong and deadly. So that's why Maliaki is like very important in the deck, because it makes the deck very silly. Next we're on to grade 2s. 4 Cool Hank, because Ember Clone, Counterblast 1 when boosted, choose a rear guard, stand it, gain 5k. We want all the restanding abilities, so we run 4 Cool Hank. 4 Arbor Rail. This card is amazing. Basically it's Cool Hank, but it's 11k attacker, it doesn't need to be boosted for Counterblast 1, Soblast 1. Why they made this rare, I don't know. This should have been at least a double, if not triple. Next, well yeah, Arbor Rail, when it attacks, it's 11k attacker for Counterblast 1, Soblast 1 if you have Vanguard with Victor, and when it attacks, you choose one of your rear guards and stand it once per turn. It can't be activated multiple times like Cool Hank, but you're going to be standing through Victor and Victor Stride and just Vic 10 and stuff like that. So swing with Sazander for 14 with the boost, swing with this for 11, Sazander stand, swing for 24, swing with Victor, stand for Sazander, a lot of good combos. Next, obviously, I've been saying it a lot during this video, for Sazander, MVP of the deck, easily, you need Sazander. Obviously, in Victor deck, you're going to run for Victor. Because this is your main stride of the deck, so that's why you run it, and that's why you run cards that search him out. Basically, GB2 when it attacks the Vanguard, in this unit gains 5,000, so 16 on his own, which is always good. And then you stand a unit, and a standard rear guard, and it gains 5k. So if you've got Sazander, it stands, and it's a 19k, which is always good. During your turn, when you do unit stride, you may pay the cost. If you do, can blast 1 when this unit attacks a Vanguard. So when your stride attacks a Vanguard, you stand one of your rear guards, and it gains 5k. So basically, stands Sazander when your unit attacks, gains 5k, gains 10k because it's a skill, and then Rumble stands, that's 24, just off 1 counter blast. And that's without standing again with Arbor Rail or Vic 10. Next I back up 3 Crystal Devil. This card is the best one and should have been triple, and I don't know why Dan Shark was even in the set, never mind even a triple rare. So it's got the skill Auto Vanguard, Cannon Blast 1, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to one of your rear guards with the rush ability, stand it, and until end of turn, that unit gets, once per turn, at the end of the battle they attack a Vanguard, stand it. Now this is very good as a backup because if you have Sazander, and if you have the stand trigger, you can swing for Sazander for 9 or 14 with a boost, where you can use Perfect Referee's skill to give 5k to Sazander and go back to get and gains the rush ability. So, because it's gained rush, you can then swing for 14 with your skill, swing with this, use skill to counter blast 1, stand that, it gains 5k, because it now has a rush ability, you can target it with this card's skill, and then you can attack with it again, and because of its skill it stands again, so that's even strong, just for 1 counter blast and a stand trigger, so Sazander can do so very silly things. Then it's got this on-ride skill, can blast 1, soul blast 1, when it plays on Vanguard, pay the cost, if you do choose 1 rear guard, and it gains the effect of, once per turn, at the end of the battle this unit attacks Vanguard, stand it, and it gains 2k. So it's basically a better title, makes any card a good title assault, and it doesn't count towards, and it doesn't gain minus power, it gains power, so it makes it even better. 1 tribute because retiring starters is always good, and it's a good first stride. Vic 10, same effect, well not same effect, but good skill, gain 5k on hit.
Good on hit pressure.
Yep, good on hit pressure, stand something, give 5k, and good first stride as well. Then we only run 2 of the new Victor. People running 4 are silly. Basically, you go into one of these as your first stride, then you can go into Victor Plasma as your second, then you can go into this guy as your third to get your silly combos off, your GB3 off of this guy on attack, and you can also get your stride skill off, you can get everything off, still fine. And because we only run 2 of that, we run 4 Restanding Vanguard, because Restanding Vanguards is always good. Why do you think Cat Butler Victor Rises is still good? Because Restanding Vanguards is good, so run 4, do not run 2. I don't know why people are cutting this down. Like, I saw a deck profile of someone running 3. Why would you do that? Yes, you can use the skill twice to get this guy as a Restanding Vanguard in first turn, but that's 4 counter blast, so you wouldn't do that. I mean, I guess maybe running 3 so you can get rid of 1 and then say like Tribute, for example, or Vic 10. If you have GG assist and you've at least got your 2, but you just run 4. Because you can just get rid of 2 of these and you've still got 1 Restanding Vanguard. Basically, you run 4 no matter what. Anyway, this has been my Victor deck profile. Make sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Follow the Twitter page at Team GHQ YouTube and Facebook group Team GHQ. And as always, happy gaming.